I started this week in tropical Atlanta, Georgia, surrounded by palm trees and bananas. I hiked up Stone Mountain with my dad, and I returned to New York just in time for a nice little snowstorm. Atlanta warmed my heart, New York froze my martini. And somewhere in the chaos, I still managed to finish a Christmas-themed All My Palm Trees soap opera. Buckle up, this week is wild. Hi everyone, it's Tim. Welcome back to my garden. It has been cold and we had more snow, so it is a bit of a winter wonderland out here, but it is going to warm up this week. Actually, it's supposed to warm up today. I'm hoping so, fingers crossed. And if it gets really warm tomorrow, I'm actually doing some work in the backyard because I've got to dig out some areas for my baby Trachycarpus. And I'm hoping Jesus is going to come over and help me because I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks because it's just been so cold we haven't been able to do anything. How is everybody? How's your gardens? I know all of my European friends are having the best winter ever while we are suffering here in the Northeast. All of you are having all these nice warm temperatures. Even one of my friends said in Norway, he has not had frost yet. How is that possible? I want to move to Norway. I am tired of the snow already. But I really can't complain because this week, in this video, you're going to see I went home to Atlanta, Georgia. That is where I'm from, to visit my parents. And I was really, really lucky that the afternoon I was there, it really warmed up nicely and I was out in a short sleeve shirt and I got to pretend that it was the European winter that all of you in Europe are having. So it was really nice to be outside. It was really nice to get some sun. As you will see, I'm going to the Botanical Garden in Atlanta, which was amazing. It was so much better than I thought it was going to be. I had heard it was good, but my expectations were like, I don't know, they probably have a lot of plants I don't care about. No, it had a lot of tropicals, a lot of palm trees. I was really happy. And then as you will see, I also went to Stone Mountain, which is some place that's very close to my parents' house. And that is a big part of my growing up in Atlanta. So I got to do both. So we're gonna go and look at Atlanta for a little bit where there are palm trees everywhere. I should have done a video just on driving around and looking at palm trees. I was driving my parents crazy because everywhere I go, I was like, there's a palm tree, like there's a Trachycarpus, there's a pindo, there's a sable, sagos were everywhere. I cannot believe the amount of palm trees. That's what I should have done, is just drove around and showed you all the palm trees in Atlanta. And they were about to have lows in the teens Fahrenheit that Sunday, but when I was there, it was really warm, and I'm not quite sure how people cover up their palm trees there, or even if they don't. Maybe with those short little bursts, everything's fine. I would panic, but apparently Atlantans don't panic too much because I didn't see anybody covering their palm. I saw no covers on any palm tree the entire time it was there. But who knows? Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if people... My dad covers his up when it goes into the teens because it's a baby Trachycarpus, and I show that on the video. But let's get right into it, and then I'm going to show you what's going on here as well. Before we take off for Atlanta, I have to show you this hawk sitting on one of my palm covers out there. And it just shows the wildlife likes the palm covers. I just can't believe there are still leaves on the trees in Atlanta. And they've had some cold weather too, not just a couple of nights, but yeah, it's so green and so different here. And obviously I'm at a plant shop and I'm seeing Bismarck, kind of expensive though, but I was just happy to see koi in a pond and quite a few palm trees. They were a little more expensive than I thought they would be down here because they're more readily available, but plenty of Trachycarpus, plenty of butias, all kind of pricey though. But I guess not that bad for that size. If I were here, as I'm riding them all because they've fallen over in the wind. But yeah, just happy to see them for sale and outside, even if they're a little bit pricey where I am at the moment. And yeah, Trachycarpus. I mean, they were a little pricey too here, but just fun to see what's available, that if I lived here, I could just go pick it up. And that would be the nice part. I thought that was really expensive for a European fan palm, but yeah. This is my dad's Trachycarpus that he's had he got it in the spring, and that's the box he's been putting over the couple of nights. It's been super, super cold. And then we went to dinner that night at just a Mexican restaurant, and I was so happy to see Trachycarpus all around the restaurant, and even some seeds on them. I don't need any more Trachycarpus seeds. I've got so many, but it was nice to see that they look really healthy. They're right on the road here. No need to cover, so jealous. I talked my parents into going to the New York Botanical Garden, which I'm very excited about. I've never been to. There are camellias everywhere here. I could just go on and on and on about them, but it's such a beautiful space. I was really shocked how big it is and grand it is. And every time I come home to visit my parents, I say I'm going to go there, and I just never have. And I finally took the plunge and did, and I am so thankful for that. It's an amazing space just to walk around. If I were in Atlanta, I would get season tickets so I could just go wander and see all the different things throughout the seasons. But right now, of course, it's decorated for Christmas, and they have a Christmas light show at night. But yes, there are palm trees, quite a few, and I was very excited to see them and see what they had. Obviously, a lot of Trachycarpus variety and some sables. And I even found tons of pindos, like hiding back, Batias hiding in the background, even in the woods at the gardens. But yeah, it's amazing. And the indoor plants in the greenhouses are just spectacular. And you could just spend hours wandering around in here, just sagos and all different kinds of desert plants and tropical plants, and they have them divided in sections, much like the New York Botanical Garden. And I don't think it's as big, but it's quite large. That's my mother right there, and my father. They were really good sports about coming along and looking at all the plants. And this is obviously in the tropical area, and just so many palms and amazing things. And I guess my only critique on this is that I could not find the names on a lot of them. There are so many plants, and some of them they have labeled, which is great, and some of them maybe you have to search for it a little bit more, but I could not find the names of everything as I'm looking through and looking at all these amazing tree ferns and everything. I was like, what is that? Is that a Dixonia? What is it? So that would be my one critique, that perhaps they could label a little bit better. The orchid rooms were amazing. So many orchids, and just well done with all the poinsettias. And what I also loved is, maybe it was just the time I'm here, but you could go into whole rooms of the greenhouse and nobody would be in there with you. So it was pretty nice and not crowded, and you never felt like you were being pushed along at all. I was kind of interested in these predators for all the mites and everything here. So that would be fantastic. I actually want to look that company up because I'm always dealing with something, especially on the inside. I probably could have done a 2-hour video just on the indoor plants alone, because there's just so much variety and so much to look at. I'm definitely, next time I go visit my parents, I'm going back, and I want to go by myself. just because then I don't have to feel like I'm holding them up. But amazing. So definitely go. If you live in Atlanta, you better go. And if you're visiting Atlanta, definitely worth seeing. Beautiful staghorn ferns, and there are so many of them. I love these indoor sections of this garden. And you even get to see a little bit of their labs and their propagation areas, which I would love to take a tour of at some point. I want to look into that to see the behind the scenes look. But we got to get outside and see what's going on out there, because even though it's winter, I want to show you outside. And they still have crops growing. Pretty amazing. These cardoons look fantastic. And they've had temperatures below freezing, and everything still looks good. Maybe here in Atlanta, it's a little bit of a better zone than out where my parents are, but I still think they've been below freezing, and they're definitely going to be below freezing this weekend, because there's a polar vortex that's coming in. Flying dragons. Good to see them here in pots. Everybody knows I love these in my garden. And here's where I get a little frustrated, because I was looking at this going, is this a sable? Is it a dwarf sable? But yeah, there's no name tag here, and I looked all around it. I'm not always good at identifying my palm trees, although that one's fairly easy there. But yes, so many fun things in this garden to look. It's just surprises of the amount of palm trees everywhere. My expectations were far exceeded on the amount of palm trees, because everywhere I looked, there was more and more. There's what it looks like on the bottom of a Trachycarpus if you remove all the fur or the fibers on it.
It'd be pretty.
Even though walk through the woods, there were quite a few Trachycarpus and beautiful trees to see. Definitely don't just stay in the greenhouses. Get out and walk around if you go, because there's some amazing paths through, and they have the suspended path through the trees, which I'm sure is beautiful at night. I'm sure it's beautiful when there are leaves all on the trees, but I'm really in love with this garden. Just so much to offer, even in the middle of winter. So many things to see. Really surprised. Much better than I thought it was going to be. And some really nice water features in the forest, and getting to see some palm trees around the arc and the waterfalls. Definitely worth it. I'm just happy to see all the palms they have. I feel like they've definitely given palms a chance here in this garden, and it's really nice to see this, especially in the wintertime. And quite a few petias in here, and I definitely think these are kind of a little bit off in the woods, but they need to pull some leaves out of the top, because as we all know, we have palm trees in the fall. But that one didn't make it, obviously. It's like a former Trachycarpus. But yeah, the leaves all end up in our palm canopies, and we have to pull them out. I was wanting to do that to this one right here, but just so happy to see palm trees here. Great that the gardeners here want them in these gardens. When I lived here growing up, I would go to Stone Mountain all the time and hike or walk up the mountain, which is amazing. It's this large granite rock just outside of Atlanta. Well worth going to, and part of my childhood, so I had to go. We are at Stone Mountain, and my father, who is 85, has decided he's going to climb the mountain with me. Do you think we're going to have you airlifted off?
No.
We'll see. This could be a great adventure. It is actually a beautiful trail going up this mountain, and just, there's some mistletoe in the trees, as my dad is pointing out. And yeah, it's a really nice walk-up trail. It does get steep at times, so if you're going, plan on that. But I just, look at this beautiful trees. One would never know it's December right now. Such a nice break from the cold in New York. We have made it halfway up. No one has died yet. And it's really, really warm out here. It's probably, it feels like 70. So after the cold, cold winter, I'm super, super happy about that. And Jackie is still going, so we're good. And we have a ways to go. So beautiful up here. And the pine trees are really, really amazing up here. I never liked these when I was growing up as a kid, but now that I don't really have them like this in New York, I like them. So far, so good. No one has died yet. That's a good thing. And it is more to go up here. It is a bit like a lunar surface on the top of this mountain. As you get closer and closer, the trees are kind of gone. Not because of height, I don't know why, but they just kind of get, there's less soil up here, I think, than on the side. So it gives the appearance that you've gone so high, that the altitude is so high that the trees are gone, but that's really not the case at all. It's just, it's not that high of a mountain, but it's just more striking that it comes up out of nowhere. And that's Atlanta off in the distance. And that's Buckhead, I think. It is windy up here, but we made it to the top, and no one died. Below me here, just beyond this fence, is the very, very steep, what we call the front side of the mountain, where the controversial carvings are on, which I will show you when I go down below. But I always used to love coming to this fence and kind of looking over the edge down to the surrounding area. It's very, very steep right there. And yeah, just such a magical place. It just, and that's the gondola, or the gondola that goes up. And I have only been on this once or twice. I just always have enjoyed walking up the mountain. But if you come and you don't have time to walk up, but you want to see the top, I definitely would take this up from the bottom down at the visitor center, near where the laser show is, and come up but take the gondola. But it's really fun walking around up on the top here. And even a yucca on the path going back down. I'm in the sun, but here is the Confederate carving on the side of the mountain. And I am so old that when I was a kid, there used to be all kinds of, they were actually still working on the carving relief. And several people have died putting this on the side of the mountain. But yes, it is controversial, but this is where the laser light shows were. At night, you come up here and they put lasers all over the side of the mountain. It's pretty incredible, and that was part of my childhood as well. We used to do that all the time. So much fun. But yeah, a little bit of Atlanta history here, seeing the carving on the side of Stone Mountain. There are palms everywhere in Atlanta. Everywhere you look, you see them. But Roebelenis, and I guess they went through the last freeze. I don't think they will make it through Sunday night's freeze. Maybe they let them die. I don't know, but interesting. And here's just some neighbors in my parents' neighborhood that have some trachys and some sagos, but palms are everywhere. Back in New York, looking at the nighttime in my garden, I do like the way the lights look. I don't like the cold. I would rather have them just lit up because it's warm, but the towers are really pretty, and they look pretty magical at night. And another little snowstorm came in, which I'm happy about because the temperatures are really going to drop tonight pretty low, and the snow hopefully will help insulate. I love looking out the window at the snow on the bamboo. I always think it's so pretty. This grove here stays up. My other groves really bend over almost to the ground, and they're the same variety. I don't know why this one stays up, but yeah, it's very pretty. I'm just a couple of good snowstorms, and I'm ready for spring. But yes, a pretty winter wonderland outside, and I do love the way the snow looks on all the trees and everything. I just would like a little bit of color. Speaking of color, little Christmas decorations, looking out into the snowy river and backyard. These are all my baby Trachycarpus inside that I grew from seed that I need to get outside. So I am going to take some foam board I have left over and some old wood that I took a structure apart from and build something to get them outside. This is my Amazon parrot, who's actually being quiet at the moment, which is unusual because she is very loud. But she does like the Christmas tree. This year we have a Christmas train, which is the commuter train that they put lights on, and this is it on the other side of the Hudson River. So I'm on my deck right now looking at it going by. It's almost 2 miles across the river right here, so it is at a little bit of a distance from me, but it is kind of festive to have a train that's all lit up and you can see it out your window here. So just kind of a fun little Hudson Valley, New York City thing that we have going on with the commuter train, which is a lot of fun. And just a little of my Christmas tree, which I like to put more ornaments than you could possibly imagine on the tree because I've been collecting them over many years. But it's always fun because a lot of these ornaments have a nice little story, and I remember when I got them, and then when you put them on and see them on the tree, it brings back all the memories from Christmases in the past when I got these ornaments. But I love them. So pretty. It is warmer today, so Jesus is back and he and I are digging out this area. We've got our frame. We're going to put foam board on. We're going to put the baby Trachycarpus in the pots in the ground, add some Christmas lights, and cover it for the winter, and that gets a lot of them out of my garage and in the ground, and I can forget about them for a little bit. But yeah, this method, I used hay last year. This year I'm going to use the foam board. Much better method. It is December 19th. It is so warm. It's 57 degrees Fahrenheit, about 14 degrees Celsius. The snow is melting, but the wind is insane. And of course, I'm on high watch, hoping that no structures blow over. But so far, so good. Everything's pretty anchored in. But I always go into a little bit of a panic on this. So hopefully all will survive. And then, of course, the temperature drops tonight. New York is crazy. Crazy weather, ups and down all the time in the wintertime. Summer is a bit more stable, but definitely not winter in December. We're all over the place. But yeah, the bamboo is blowing like crazy this morning. Fun times.
Don't forget, we have the nativity show today.
And the Christmas party.
Marcel, you must wear clothes.
I will wear pants. I will be festive.
It's the most wonderful time of the year!
Look at the baby Jesus, not the palm tree.
It's just I can't watch palm trees being abused.
Marcel, I've seen better palm trees in a Walmart parking lot.
Baby Jesus, I will get you a new, real palm tree.
Please be quiet so the miracle of Christmas can happen!
Let's go home. I need a Christmas cookie.
Felt so sorry for the palm trees.
I put on pants for that?
I am so excited about this Christmas party.
Everything must be perfect. If an ornament is crooked, the spirits of Christmas past will judge me.
But where is the food?
Oh, food? Oh, Marcel, sweet Marcel. No one in Palm Valley eats anymore.
One is on Ozempic and Botox.
I sure hope the margaritas don't have carbs.
Oh, look! Food. I remember food.
I'd love to try a bite, but
The surgery.
I can't smile tonight. I got injected yesterday.
Merry Christmas to you and to all the palm trees.
I think we all need some more gin. River gin. The best Christmas gin.
River Gin has arrived!
And now a word from our sponsor before our holiday wish list.
Nothing says holiday like having no emotion. Freeze your face, freeze your feelings, freeze the season. Botox. Because the holidays are stressful enough.
Of course I want diamonds. But I really want summer!
I think I would like some new pants. Or maybe I'm fine just like this.
I would like world peace, palm trees, and more River Gin.
Happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, and Merry Christmas.